everything prepared. Of course, I didn't have everything prepared, so I spent like an hour at Target, like getting all the rest of my stuff, which I gotta show you guys. We have to buy crazy pajamas for bunko night. So let me show you what I did. I'll message the other girls and tell them that we're going live. Like, we'll just go ahead and, oh no, we're gonna congregate. Okay, so these are my pajamas. I think it's a dragon. I'm not sure. Yeah, dragon or a dinosaur. Yeah, I'm gonna go with dragon. It's cuter. We messaged them. So excited, you guys! I love that you're taking notes and you're leaving for 5 months. Like, it makes me so happy. Wait, what can we tell them to come up first? Okay. Yeah. I have a gift for you. I'm not going to make you say anything. So don't tell me. Okay. Oh, you wanted a water. Let me message everyone. But I'm just really excited for this night. Let me send in a message. Making sure. Oh, water. Do you want water, Katie? Yes, please.
Going off randomly, and I probably should do that with my other phone because my mother will call me in the middle of the meeting. Never fails.
I only got one. I'm so rude.
She's so funny. Oh, okay. I already done right. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
You're so nice. Thank you, ma'am. You are welcome. So after the meeting's over, we're kind of responsible for just making sure the studio's like in a good spot. We don't have to do any deep cleaning. The trash comes on Thursday, so we just need to dump everything and roll it out. Yeah, put it out there. I got this little steam mop. We probably won't have to do too much spot cleaning, but we'll just do a little bit before we leave because I have another success meeting tomorrow night, and I know we're a small group right now. But I'm really excited because, oh, and just so you know, we're live. We have non-local consultants joining us, but nobody else has the link except those non-local. So like other directors, other people like aren't watching the meetings with us. And if they ever do, they ever want to like watch or something, I'll let you know ahead of time. What's he saying? But I'm really excited because we're really going to get to do our meetings like more tailored to like the needs of our unit. I mean, I know you're like alone, but I still feel like we're like you're with me, and really just kind of tailor it to your needs. And if there's ever something you're like, you know, I'm really struggling in this area, we can really tailor a meeting to that. If you want to take a meeting and just like, can we just do full-on plate facials and do like the full facial, like we sample everything we used to do. We can do that, and that's so cool. Now, sometimes other directors may be coming in and doing facials and stuff like that, but not other consultants. But they're not, you know, they're not going to be patches or anything. So I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited about the growth. And like, if you missed my hashtag, like I posted a little selfie of me in here by myself because I've been here for 2 hours. Because I got done with all my shopping like way before I thought I would. And like the hashtag was Royals Rise and Lovables Lift. Like, lift up. I don't know. I was like, we'll just try it and see how it goes. So let me check the times. We'll be on time. And okay, so 42. So I'm gonna try and scoot this table a little closer to me. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay, as long as you guys are comfortable, we're good. I think that'll work perfect. And then I'll just show them stuff. So how you guys doing? Have you had a good week? Oh, I didn't play any music for when you guys came in. I'm sorry. I'll get better at that. Have a good week. Got back yesterday from Virginia. Oh my gosh, you've been in Virginia? How the heck did I not know that? Sorry, everyone, giving you a little show. Remember, you can chat in the side if you have questions or anything.
Is Beth on?
That's probably who it is. Either Beth or Tiffany. Tiffany, I told her it's a new link because she's feeling so sick. I can hear it in her voice. It's like, oh no. But I'm just excited, and we get to talk about our goals, like, and I just get to remind you about that, and We're all really excited. I know we're gonna come together and do events together sometimes. I know we're gonna do an open house together, which is really really exciting, especially because of the house like setup. Like it's gonna be really fun, and we had a really cool open house last week. So I mean, bless y'all. So okay, so we ready to go? Oh, you know what? I realized I left my notebook in the car. Unless I left it at the house.
You got 2 minutes.
I got 2 minutes. All right, somebody come watch me. I want to be on time. And we can play around with the time too. Like I was almost thinking 7:30, but when we actually have facials, I'm not sure how long that is. Okay, I'm gonna make sure if I don't have the notebook, I'll just go from memory. Perfect. I want to trip on this thing. She's like,
I know that's why I decided, like, when she became a director, just to learn the time, because I was like, we measure really well.
that was not working earlier. Okay, so we're gonna rock and roll. Oh, 7:44. We'll just go ahead and start. Okay. This is so weird. I'm so excited. Like I literally, as soon as we decided to switch meeting nights, I was like, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. And I was just telling Tiffany, which I know this was your last meeting, but when you come back. If you ever, there's something that, you were here when I said that, right? There's something you want to be trained on? Okay. Yeah. So first, we're I'm gonna give Katie her gift. Because Katie's leaving. Oh, wait, I'll tell you. Okay, so come up to the front, Miss Katie. Yay! Yay! Oh, I don't even have the clappers. Do you guys want the clappers? Or no? No. Okay. I just quite the same effect as with 20 people. But it's quaint, it's cute, and you're going to grow to massive amounts. Okay, so this is for you. I'm going to miss you so much. You've been around since like literally before I went into DAQ. I remember your facial, I remember your share, I remember everything. And you've always been my consistent Katie, that's what I call her. Because you are probably one of the most consistent consultants in my like physical unit that comes to meetings, and you're just always there. Like we know when you're not there, and you're definitely gonna know that you're not gonna be here anymore. But I'm so proud of you because like this is a huge like thing. Oh, okay. I'm like going off shooting over. So Katie is going, yeah, this thing. Katie is going to Thailand for 5 months to teach English. Yeah, to teach English. So she's gonna like live it up, like eat, pray, laugh, like. Okay, you don't. Yeah. T sets. T for 2. Get it? T for 2. T for 2. So Katie is going to Thailand for 5 months. To teach English, and I'm just so proud of her because like the Katie I met almost 3 years ago probably would have never even thought of doing something like this. And so to see you come out of your shell, to do things that you never ever probably thought you'd ever do, to break belief barriers that you have for yourself, has just been like a privilege and an honor for me. And I'm gonna miss you terribly. Like I was crying about it before the meeting started. So this is for you, and I want you to open it because I want you to know. Wait, I'll let you open it first, and I'll get pictures. Hold on. Oh, thank you so much. And we can just put these in. I'll go on the unit page because we can do photo albums on our group page, which I didn't know. Okay. I know. I loved it. I just found that ribbon today. I know it's not the prettiest wrapper. I couldn't find any like colored tissue paper. I like it. Oh, do you? Okay. What's the one? Thank you. Thank you. I love it. Thank you. So I wanted you to have this because now everywhere you go, you will be a royal. Everywhere. Thank you. Okay. Roll up. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Yeah, I'm so sorry it's hot in here. I turned on the swamp cooler, but I don't think it's working. So I open the windows and hoping like to get some air in here. I do that all the time. Well, and you don't get it all the time. It's a good quality.
Thank you.
I know, I'm so excited. You're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna jump right in. I'm gonna do some quick announcements, and we'll just get right into it. Okay, so check-in, regular dues are normal. We do have an updated calendar. I'm actually gonna show you guys, just so you know, whoops, what I'm talking about. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Hold on. Is that showing? Okay, so I'm gonna make this big. So you guys can see too, this is our studio meeting rental and booking schedule. So it's really, really cool. This was based off Michelle Cunningham. So basically, you can pay 2 ways. You can pay for the month, your $25, and when you pay your $25, you get access to all this pink space. Okay, and it tells you, and I will send this to you. I know I posted it in the unit page, but just so you have it, I meant to print it out and I could put it here, but it's fine. Yeah, so it tells you how many people, and then you would basically just look through me. There's an app that we're using, and it's just based off of limited availability, but it's typically usually available. Now, if you want access to what we call it deluxe times, which are like weekends and stuff, it's only $40, and so that gets you access to the green space. And then these highlighted nights are, the hot pink nights are studio nights. Now, you can still do like the $7 per meeting and stuff like that. It's totally fine. But yeah, and then I have the link here, which when we're cleaning up and stuff, if you guys need to, pay with a card, I will, we can do it online or do cash or something like that. PCP deadline. So your preferred customer program, if you want to sign people up to get the winter catalog, I think it's winter, the deadline is October 17th. Preferred customer program basically just means they get the catalog sample. Most of you watching already know that. Okay, so recognition, I kind of talked about this a little bit, and we're just gonna get used to it, and I'll do a poll to see, but we have, can I borrow yours real quick? So Tiffany brought hers in. I'm so excited because her and I both were talking about how horrible we are at like keeping track of our stuff or doing our weekly accomplishment sheet on Mary Kay In Touch. So to get recognition for in-person training, live local meetings, bring this in and you can use this to kind of know what your week was like. This is for a whole month, but you'll still, like, you can write on the back or this or that. And then non-local consultants, you were given access to the link, and if you were not given access, I apologize. We'll figure it out, but it didn't look like anybody turned it in, but we'll do recognition for you too. And then if we find that just filling out a Google form for everybody works, then we'll do that. So we'll just figure it out. Okay, I don't think there's any more announcements. We're still meeting here every Wednesday. Facials are at 6:30. I have a form for that. You can fill out. It's very similar to the other one. And meeting starts at 7:45, and we can play around with the times, just depending. I mainly started at 6:30 because even with Stephen being home, whatever, I just wasn't going to be able to get here by 5:30 to do a 6 o'clock facial. So, yeah. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. Oh, no, wait, we need to do recognition. Okay, so we're going to do recognition. And first, we're going to start with bookings. Bookings are the lifeline of our business. And to get on-stage recognition, you have to have at least 5 bookings. And this is our stage, everybody at home. That's if you're jealous. Our pink stage right here. All right, so if you had 1 booking at all, or maybe any booking in Texas this week, I just want you to say woo, 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 woo. I was like, I just didn't want you to like raise your hand or clap. Like, that'd be kind of weird. If you had 5 more bookings, I want you to say that. Nobody! That's okay. We're gonna have some next week. Okay, faces. To get on stage recognition, you have to see 5 more faces in a week. If you saw any faces at all this week, I want you to say woo woo. Okay. Hey, it's all good. All right. So, what are we at next? Bookings, faces, sales. Okay. So if you opened your store, you sold anything this week, I want you to go woo woo, woo woo. Awesome. I like that. Woo woo, that's fine. Okay, if you sold 300 or more, I want you to stand up. Yes, Miss Tiffany, why don't you come up to the front? Are you okay with being on camera?
Sure.
Of course you are. Look at her. Look at this. It's a little dark in the room, but we got to get bulbs in here. It's okay. Get the phone out. All right, Miss Tiffany, why don't you tell us, we'll put this on, you can take it off if you want. Wait, I'll give you the big one. What were your total retail sales?
It was 351 and some change.
351 and some change. That's awesome. Were those from like a party or what were they from?
Reorders.
Reorders. Wow. Did you hear that? Reorders. $350. Okay, so do your best pose. I can't move your foot. I don't want to get anything. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, I love it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is so cool. And that's what I love about this business, especially the reorders. 350 in retail in reorders is like over 150 in profit, which is so cool. Oh my gosh. And that keeps her on target for her bracelet and her star consultant status, which is really awesome. Congratulations. Okay, next we're going to recognize sharing. Thank you. I need to have it written, like all my notes, written back there so I can look like I really, or a teleprompter or something. Shares. So one of the biggest things about our company is just sharing the opportunity. Oh, I was going to play this clip from our meeting today, and I totally didn't prep. It was from Crystal, and it was the most like profound thing. It was about the company and our future, and it was just like this little clip, and I need to ask her permission first, but it was so powerful, and I was like, I want to play this for my people. Like, it's so awesome. But anyway, so sharing the opportunity, and what better month to do that, because this month the company is giving away 2 free masks with every starter kit. So everybody's getting a charcoal mask and a gel renewing moisture, the gel mask, renewing gel moisture mask. I don't know how to say it. One of those, which is really, really cool. So make sure you're contacting all your potentials, being on them, sense of urgency, like this expires, this expires, this expires, okay? Really, really cool. So if you told anybody about the Mary Kay opportunity this week, I want you to go whoop, 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 whoop. If you added any team members this week, I want you to say whoop. We're going to work on that next week. This is okay. Okay, what's next? Oh, Miss Mary Kay. I really like that one. Okay, so we're going to do Miss Mary Kay, and I actually got this. I think they used to do it at the other meetings too, like before I was a part of it. And then when I went to Virginia, they did it, and it was so awesome. Okay, so Miss Mary Kay is the person who like exhibits Mary Kay the most. Like they're dressed, they got the look, everything. So if you are wearing your Mary Kay pin, I want you to stand up. It's okay. It's not supposed to be a shame. Thanks for being back. It's so fun. Oh wait, I am. I normally am not wearing a pin, which is really good. You need another one. Stop. Stop at 5. I need one. Stop at 5. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and declare Miss Tiffany and Miss Mary Kay. She's the only one. So you come on up, Miss Gorgeous. Look at your kimono. Is that what it's called? Where did you get that? Oh my, duh. So beautiful. I feel like I should give you another crown, but then I feel like that looks tacky. Okay. Ready? Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That took forever to take. I pressed the button like 5 seconds after that. It looks so pretty against that wall. Hey, you're so welcome. And it does match your shoes. They're so pretty. Okay. What did you do with my notebook? Right here. Thanks. See, I love this meeting. Okay. Another quick reminder before I jump into everything else is the ways to win. So, and you can participate in this too if you want. Yeah, like you totally can. So I have this thing called Ways to Win. It's based off of when we did the Ways to Win like almost a year ago. We had like the charm bracelets and we were trying something that NSD Lily Gotro did, and I really liked it, but I wanted to simplify it a little bit. And so if you haven't seen the flyer, I'll probably post it throughout the month, but it's going to be the same throughout the whole year. And it's basically going to just support what the company's doing, but with just a little extra, for me, because I still think I like to give prizes and stuff. So there's several ways to win. The first is having a $100 day, and there's a form to fill out. So anytime you have a $100 day, meaning whether you sell $100 or $300, that's considered a $100 day. So you go in and you fill out the form, and you get an entry into the raffle. And every month I'm going to do a raffle, and it'll just be random stuff. It could be jewelry, it could be scarves, it could be Mary Kay business supplies, whatever it is, coffee date, something like that. It's really hot in here, huh? Like, I'm dying. This is one thing ain't working. So anything like that. So that's one of the ways to win. The second ways to win is, of course, earning your M bracelet. So when you earn your M bracelet, you also get an invite to our unit brunch. Okay? And sometimes I feel like I explain this like to where it doesn't like click. But in order to get the invite, you've got to have your tracker filled out. But the tracker doesn't have to be complete in order for you to get the invite. So like you may see 15 faces and order your bracelet, then you earn it. Does that make sense? Or you can fill out the entire tracker and not earn your bracelet, but you still earn the brunch because you're doing the activity. So that kind of makes sense. The same thing with the shares. Like you may not have 6 shares, but you add 2 team members. And that's another way to win. If you add 2 team members, do you need a pen? You want a pen? Anytime control. When you add 2 team members, you get your invite to the brunch as long as like you send me your tracker by like the 3rd of the month. Because we haven't had a brunch yet, but I feel like this is going to catch on at some point because it literally just goes along with the company and just creating good habits and tracking. I hate to track. I hate it. It is the worst. But when I track, I see so much better results. Because if somebody were to ask me my average right now, I'm like, I don't know, maybe $50, $70 space. How many people can you sign at interviews? I don't know, 1 in 30, maybe 1 in 4. I don't know. So this is going to help you see through the whole month. And I'm doing this exact same tracker with Crystal. Even if I turn it in and I've only seen 10 faces, I turn it in. Like I've really been just doing that. And so what we do at the brunch, I don't really know yet because I haven't had one, but we'll just get together for brunch on a Saturday and we'll either just fellowship or if you guys want training, maybe I can get one of the love directors to do like a quick training for you. Or we just get together and fellowship. Like, it doesn't matter. So that's really cool. And I think that's it. Okay. So my training tonight and what I kind of base the next, I don't know, however long, is kind of back to the basics, okay? Just kind of from the ground up. That's where I really feel our unit needs to thrive more is just the basics, period. Because even with the boot camps and even with this, I'm seeing a huge gap in activity and communication and, things like that. And so literally we're rebuilding our unit from the ground up. That's just kind of how I see it. And I'm excited about it because I've had a renewed joy for my business and I know that this business works. I mean, I've been so thankful to be able to put both my kids in like several activities, still work my business and not go insane. Like, and I don't have to worry about, like I can go play volleyball in the middle of the day. Like I can do that. It's really cool. So I really love this. So I'm going to start with like the basics. Excuse me, I'm going to do a little change-a-roo. People watching. It's too hot. I'm not putting this jacket on with Ooh. I was watching this. It's all right, but okay. Actually, feels a little better. Jacket's heavy. Okay. So the first little portion of this is going to be how do I prepare for a skincare class? So we're literally starting from the ground up. Like how do I prepare? And then we're going to go all the way through how do I set up for a class. I'm not going to take you guys through a whole facial because I'm doing facials prior to this. But I will talk about how to set up a facial, like going through, you want to do an intro, you want to do expectation, you want to do 3 facts about each product, things like that. To even the close, how do I go through the close? How do you bring up marketing? Even though Crystal's talked about it a million times, like you hear it, but until you implement it, and practice it because you're going to stumble. I think the biggest thing is people fear that they're going to sound stupid. I sound stupid every day. I mean, like, I always say something that comes out of my mouth that is crazy, but it doesn't matter. Like, people don't remember that. They just remember I'm fun and like energetic and all that stuff. So how do I prepare for a skincare class? The first thing is, what do I wear? What do I personally wear, and what should you wear, and why should you wear it? Okay, so dress, skirt, blouse, of course. I mean, just Mary Kate attire. You do not have to wear. You can wear anything that is like, if you want to dress up fancy, that is totally fine. In the beginning, I did that. I did dress really, really fancy. I wore heels to my facials. I didn't have a beauty coat yet. I curled my hair. I was like done up. I found out that made me very uncomfortable in front of people because I was standing up really high on these heels and I was looking down on them and I was like, I don't know, it just made me feel uncomfortable. But the reason that we wear a dress skirt and blouse is because what Mary Kate Ash asked of us is that we dress business professional. Now some people may say, oh my gosh, why don't we just wear pants? There's a study and it's proven that when people wear the dresses and skirts, they're more confident. And I've seen it. I have seen people look differently and act differently when they wear dresses and things like that. Now, you want to, I actually wear flats. I'm going to give you a little show there. So I typically wear flats to my facials. It really is your thing, like whatever you want to do. Thank you. It just was more comfortable for me at this point. Now, if you do wear heels, it's not a bad thing. I mean, you're looking flat, okay? You want your hair fixed, and by that I just mean make it look like I would wear my hair like this. I usually have it out of my face, just so that it's not hanging over them or like I'm messing with it because I mess with my hair when I talk or get nervous. Sometimes I'll wear it up in a ponytail, like a cute ponytail, or sometimes I'll scrunch it, you know, because I have a little bit of curl, but I always like make sure I look presentable. I wear Mary Kay head to toe. I don't wear anything else on my face but Mary Kay. And I don't really do, and again, it doesn't matter. I don't do a ton of makeup. Like I just do my foundation. I don't even contour my face sometimes. I'll use a little bronzer here and there, and then I do like a very nude eye. I just want to look approachable. Not saying that if you wear bold lipstick or a bold eye, you won't be approachable. You absolutely will. They're gonna think you're gorgeous. But that's just what I do because it makes me feel comfortable. And you should do what makes you feel comfortable because you're gonna feel confident in that. And as you, like Kate, you love a bold lip. Like that is her thing. I get nervous. I'll wear them every once in a while, but yeah, Katie can rock a bold lip. Let's see. And the reason we dress like this, and I've seen consultants with messy hair and tank tops at a facial, and all I can think is, oh my gosh, they look so unprofessional. And you do. I mean, you're representing a company that has a foundation of we empower women, and if you don't come in looking the part, and even if you have to fake looking the part, like as in you don't feel it inside, but you look it, you will get there. It's just like any other job. If you were a doctor, a lawyer, or something, you would have a uniform, whether it's a suit or a dress or scrubs, you will have a uniform and you look the part. And so you just want to make sure that you are super professional. And you're going to be taken more seriously. If you show up in a tank top and like some flimsy skirt and flip-flops, I really wouldn't take you seriously. I'd be like, that's kind of how I feel. I do love the beauty coat. So if you can't like see, I have the newer one, and it's a zipper. I wear the same thing to every facial now because of my beauty coat. And I feel like it kind of, I don't know, it makes me feel comfortable. So if I don't do laundry or I don't want to go buy dresses, because here's a thing I hear a lot, well, I don't own any dresses. I wear pants for my job. Oh my gosh, so there's this instant panic. Nobody's gonna fire you if you don't have a dress. But I love the beauty coat. It's got pockets. It's something I can like, when I walk around with, I feel like I look like I know what I'm doing. And they have another one. I don't know if it's discontinued yet or not, but they have another one that's a little thinner that you can use. But I love the beauty coat. It is a $40 investment. So if at the beginning it's not something that you want to do, just budget it for yourself. So two cleansers and you got the profit for it. Yeah, 2 cleansers. And what I love about it is that, oh yeah, I already said this, like you can wear the same thing over and over. I mean, I wash what I wear underneath it, but it's the same LuLaRoe Cassie skirt. It's a pencil skirt, and I wear a black tank top because under this, okay, so under this, and I wear like a necklace sometimes. It's okay to wear a tank top or something under the beauty coat because nobody can see it, but you want to wear a skirt or something underneath. And it's the same Cassie skirt and tank top every time because it's comfortable and it look cute. So find an outfit you look cute in. Now, if you don't have a skirt or you don't even have the means to buy one, ask somebody that you can borrow one for a little while. And if you do have $10, go to Ross, get a black skirt and interchange the tops. It's totally fine. I'm never ever gonna, if you were to walk in the store and you have pants on and you came from work, I'm never gonna be like, you can't come in. Like, that's just not how we do it, okay? You know, this is just for, you know, the meantime. And for meetings, like if you do have to work, you know, put something in your car the night before so you can change when you get here, or change at work and come this way, you know, like, you know, we just wanna make sure we're represented, you know, well. And so I love, love, love the beauty coat. Okay, so when it comes to, this is where I used to get the most stressed. So like the topic of the meeting was like, don't get stressed, get prepared. So the biggest thing that always stressed me out is not even what I was gonna wear, but all the stuff I needed to bring. Because I was always think that I was prepared, but I wasn't. I'm sorry, it's so hot in here, guys, like I opened the window. And so the first thing I'll talk about, what do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to do my bag, my starter kit? Or what? I'll start with the starter kit. Okay, so with the new starter kit, I've had to play around with it a little bit because our old starter kit had a little insert and all the stuff. I love the new starter kit, don't get me wrong, but I easily made this weigh like 200 pounds. Like, it was crazy. So I had to kind of improvise a little bit, and I actually got these tips from Rachel, which is really cool. So as you can see, I have my raffle prizes in the front, okay? Now you can literally put these anywhere. If you have an extra bag, you can put them in there, in your car little basket, whatever, just so you're not carrying a bunch of stuff in. And notice I have 3 different types of bags, okay? So I have 3 different types of bags, and this tells me what prize is in what bag. So this is a skincare. This is a cosmetic. Oh wait. One of them is supposed to be body care, but I messed it up. Either way, so let's just pretend. This is body care, this is cosmetic, and this is skincare. So what I typically do to save time, because I would get ready for a facial, think I was getting ready, and I realized I had like I was seeing 20 faces in a day. I had no prizes wrapped, and so 20 minutes before I was leaving, I was hurrying up, rushing, trying to get all these prizes wrapped. So I went out and bought 3 different kinds of bags, and I just took all the samples I had and I divided them up. And so when a hostess tells me what kind of goodie bag she wants, I just grab it, or I take the whole thing with me. And if I forget, tell me again, what did you want for your goodie bag? You know, cosmetic, body, skincare. Just like, oh, okay, and then I know exactly which one to grab. Okay, and I do this for raffle prizes too, which is really cool. So I don't even have to think about it. Like, I usually just give away a satin hands cream. Like, that's the simplest thing I give away. And I really like that. And I make a mass amount of these. Like, I'll sit down for like an hour or two. And they look a little crunched up right now, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'll sit and like make a mass amount of them so I don't have to, you know, worry about the last minute. I literally have 2 baskets full of these right now, so I don't even have to think about it, which is really cool. And then inside my bag, I don't know, like, yeah, there we go. I know you can't really see, it's kind of dark, but I'm gonna pull everything out. So I do have my washcloths in a bag. And so, and this is what I heat them up in. And then I serve them on a tray from the Dollar Tree, which I haven't like packed into my starter kit yet, but you can get like these really pretty silver trays from the Dollar Tree. Don't serve them out of this. We'll talk about that another day. Don't serve them out of this. So this is what I heat them up in. I take as many in the bag as guests I'm told are coming. And then I have extra mirrors and washcloths in this little basket. I got it. The Dollar Tree has like a bazillion baskets like this right now. I went and grabbed like a ton. And anytime I'm going for a facial, I just pack anything extra in the back of my car. So I'm not taking a lot in. But if I need extras, here they are. And these like sit in the back of my car. They just sit there. And water bottles too. So I have this. In the side pockets right here, right there, I have my profile cards and my sales slips. if you don't have the new sales slips, don't freak out. I'm still using the old ones. The new ones are super cute, but I am not somebody who's gonna throw away 200 sales slips because new ones came out. So just use what you have. Even the new profile cards, like, don't freak out if you don't have them yet. Just use what you have. It's still the same info. Like, you know, it's just changed around a little bit. And then on the sides here, you guys can see that, I have my mirrors, trays, and water bottles. And I put my water bottles in the mirror bags to keep them just together, you know? And then I have my deal sheets in one of the netted sides too. And then I have my tickets. And then I have this little jar to raffle the tickets in if I'm not at the studio. So, and you guys can take a look at this later. And then if you don't want to put your rags in there, I know a couple people have actually put their travel roll-up bag in their starter kit. I don't like to do that. I actually like to carry that separate. I don't know why. So I usually will stack, I'll stack it like this. This is my product bag right here that I take with me. So I'll usually stack it. The other one was a little bit more flat, so it kind of held, but I just stick this around here so it doesn't fall. And then I put my travel roll-up bag on top, or I hook it or something, and then I just roll it into the house. And that's it. So I really like that. Any questions or any tips that you guys have, like for your starter kits that you do?
I actually put my can inside of my bag.
You put your other caddy inside the new bag?
Mm-hmm.
So Tiffany was saying, I heard that she took the caddy in the old starter kit and she put it in the new bag so you can actually put more stuff in it. So that's really awesome too. Great tip. And if you guys have tips, you can put them in the chat and I'll read them. All right, next, what do I take for product? And every time I get home, I throw my washcloths in the washer because I want to make sure that I have them. I literally come in the door because I come in through my laundry room, come in, open it, in they go. I immediately start the wash because otherwise they're going to get ruined and stinky because I'll forget about them. That's happened quite a few times. That's no fun. So there is that. And then I just stuck my prizes in here. So how many prizes do I take to my party? I take 2. I take one for the hostess and one to raffle off. Now, and that's just for 5 faces. If I see 8 or more, I'll take 2 raffle prizes just to be fun. And they love it. Even if I do hostess rewards, like you can earn $100 in Mary Kay product for free, I still take a goodie bag. Just because it's just more stuff and it's just, you know, it's our business. We can do whatever we want. You don't have to do that. I definitely don't believe in giving away the store, but, you know, really having fun with it. So then I have my travel roll-up bag. This does not change. Like it literally just, I actually have it hanging on my bathroom door, just to make sure if I need to put anything in it. But this is how I have it wrapped. Or not wrapped, but I have like my cleansers and moisturizers up here, and then all my foundations. So I do like ivories and bronze, and then beiges, and then like all the other stuff that I sample. And so that's pretty simple. You can do yours however you want. And because the new starter kit comes with satin hands, I would just take that too. Take the mini one. And then now for the product, what do I take for product? Okay. So I take whatever I'm going to sample, and I take a little bit extra. And if I'm local, I don't worry too much about bringing cosmetics or all my mascaras or all my cheek colors because I don't want them focusing on that. I never give them a catalog like to look at while I'm checking them out. And we'll go into more detail about that. But if they ask for one, sometimes I'll give it. I don't want to be like, well, unless you buy something, I'm not giving you a catalog. Like, I'm not going to do that. If they want one, I'll give it to them. But I don't want them turning from a skincare onto a cosmetic. You can get cosmetics anywhere. You can get skincare anywhere. People are more loyal to skincare than they are cosmetics. And so if you guys didn't know, the company has some new placemats. This is very similar to the one that I had designed for us last February, except there's like no discount, like none. And so this is what I am going to be using
for facials. If you don't have these, don't panic. We can always use mine, we can share them. And this is the placemat form, so I will be setting it up like this is their placemat. And then, okay, flip it over for your deals and discounts. Now, some people have been freaking out that we don't have a starter kit on the back. Like, you know how most of our deal sheets have a starter kit on the back? How many times do they pay attention to this? They don't. Not that it's a bad idea, but I've been talking with another sales director, and I've actually had several potentials. Nobody's signed yet, but all I do is show them this back, and I say most of what you sampled today is going to come there, but I'm also thinking of printing out like mini starter kits and just like flyers and just handing them out, like and laminating them and handing them out. So, okay, here's our last deal of the day. That way, when they come and sit at my table, and I'm going to go over this when we do this because it was just something that was taught to us. We go over the deals, and then I grab that flyer and say, okay, what excited you about this deal? And then they tell me. So we are going to implement that, but this is fabulous because I love that it builds on everything. And so I bring all of this. I do bring some time-wise repairs. I bring the satin stuff, travel roll-up bags. I bring both of these skincares. I need to order some more of the cream eyeshadows. It's not something I use a lot, but I do like it, like when I'm in a rush. And I tell them, don't freak out that there is not a foundation set like it used to be. I had a hard time with that at first, but literally it doesn't matter. Like you just say, you can switch this out with a foundation if you want, or we can create a foundation set for you. It is not a big deal. They don't know that we used to have a foundation set. Like they don't know that. So the only deals that I give them, and you'll hear me say this, I messed up. You'll hear me say this during the facial, is if they buy the Ultimate Miracle Set, the 182, I give them this travel roll-up back for free. Okay, I do that. So just know. And then I do tell them if they buy any one set, just like our other deal sheet, that they get the Skin Vigor brush at 50% off. And that's it. One of our sales directors sold almost $600 in product from this sheet alone. It's 100%, 50% profit. Some of our other deal sheets with the Queen Back, the Princess Back, things like that, they're taking $30 out of your pocket. And while I think it's great to give somebody a discount, you know, when they reorder, they may expect that. And I just like it. It's super simple. And your new consultant, your new team members are going to be getting this. So it's important that you know how to use it and execute it because that is how I'm going to be training on. When it comes to the one that they were using, you can absolutely use this. It's a beautiful sheet and it's amazingly creative. I absolutely love it. And it has the add-ons and it has the hostess deals down at the bottom. And so I'll also be training on this during some other time or whatever, but this is a great one too. So, but I am using this and I did get it re-laminated. They say they come laminated, but I had a sales director tell me she got it wet and it crinkled up. So I did go to Office Max and get these re-laminated to just have it work. And they are bigger than our other deal sheets, but that's fine. Really cool. And they, Mary Kay actually has hostess flyers now that are really, really pretty. What was I talking about? I blanked. The product. Oh yeah, what do I take to the skin? You just shout it out, it's fine. So I basically take everything here. When I travel to El Paso, I do take everything. I take my cosmetic bag, because if somebody asks me for mascara and I gotta drive all that way or pay to ship it to them because I didn't have it on me, OMG, it is awful. So I do take that with me, but I don't bring it up. And I have them in little, I don't bring them inside either. They stay in my car because I have an insulated tote. So that's my next thing. We're gonna go over this little thing here and how I packed it. And you can pack this a million different ways. This Mary Kay tote right here, it's insulated. So whether it's in the heat or the cold, it's not gonna expand. You wanna make sure, looking at my legs right now, sorry. You wanna make sure you have an insulated tote, even if it's not a Mary Kay one, I don't care. Just because, especially out here, if product is left in your car, like I left my travel roller bag in there one day, foundation just went as soon as I opened it. So it expands in the heat and the cold. So you wanna make sure it's insulated. And these, you can buy, if you go on to Mary Kay Connections, that's where this is, you can get the whole 3-piece set, but this, I just got this piece and then I added it on. Use it as a Star Prize voucher, like towards something, that's really cool. But you don't have to have this. If you don't have an insulated tote or you don't have the money for it, I use this 31 bag too. Like this You can probably fit everything in there. I've seen people do all kinds of stuff with like the plastic shelves, the tiers, and all of that stuff. Make sure I'm doing okay on time. Okay, we've got 7 minutes left. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you kind of like, I'm sorry this is so dark. I'll get this closer. How I packed this. I actually have 2 of these because I ran over one. When I was backing out of the driveway, I thought it was in the car and it wasn't, so I hit it and it broke. So I keep a bunch of extra stuff in there. So this little front here is where I usually put my Mary Kay bags, like to put their product in. I don't just hand them box after box after box. Like sometimes they're like, oh, it's no big deal. But I like to have some type of bag, whether it's the Mary Kay ones that you can order on section 2, or I'll go to Hobby Lobby and get like a bunch of the paper ones when they're like 50% off because they look cute, and just put it in there. So I stick those in here, or again, the Dollar Tree has these long baskets. I've been throwing a lot of my bags in there. And I just put it in my car. And then a lot of times, I've actually been leaving my product in the car and just taking in my starter kit, and then I get all their orders. I go out to my car, I collect everything and put it in a bag and take it back inside, versus rolling everything in and being like, why did she have all this stuff? I don't know. You just do whatever like you feel like doing. So this is what I have in here. Can you sort of see that? Okay, so down here, you guys, I've got my satin lips, okay? And back here, my foundation brushes. You can also put eyeshadows in here, cream. I mean, really, you could do anything. What do you put in here? Do you have those?
So mine is the older one.
Uh-huh.
It's silver. So
Yeah.
my brushes. I actually use the car soap.
Okay.
Like my 7.
Oh, yes, yes.
In there, so my product is
Yeah, yeah. But it still works, yeah, of course. And this is like not how you have to do it. Tiffany was just saying she has the car organizer. It's on MK Connections. I need to get one because it's absolutely great. And those are really good for satin lips, your prizes, like anything, product, anything. It's this like organizer thing that like unfolds, okay? So then right here I have my Miracle sets. And then I have my oil-free eye makeup removers right here, okay? All Miracle sets. A lot of times when I just have this single one, I have microderms in here too, but that's in my other one. And then up here, I just have my foundations. And I just have them, and I put them in order from 1 to 8. And I only take the liquids. I do not take the powders. I don't even sell the powders anymore. Like I don't even sell them, hardly keep them. I do have the CC creams now. Oh, this is extra stuff like foundation, primers, eye creams, C serums, all of that extra stuff. And then I have my ivories too. So that's literally all I take. And then, of course, you want to take your microderms. I've been taking the charcoal mask as well. I take one for each person because, oops, for an in-home, and I'll talk more about this next week. For in-home, I give them the choice of whether or not they want to do the microdermabrasion or the charcoal mask facial. Everybody's been asking for charcoal mask. So maybe we'll have another black item in here, which is facials instead of that. So it's super. Oh, did the Mary Kay one?
No, they were doing charcoal there, and they actually did multi-masking today.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so exciting. She's saying they did multi-masking on Dr. Oz today. Yeah, we know about that. So that is basically it as far as how do I prepare for a skincare class. I also, whether I'm having the worst day or the best day, usually pray on my way there. Sometimes I'll cry if I've had a bad day because I really want to feel good because I'm going in to serve them. So no matter what, I go in with a good attitude. It doesn't matter if somebody's giving me attitude or not. Rarely do people do that, and you just have to remember they're the ones in a bad mood and hurting. You had nothing to do with that. So you go in and you treat everybody like they have a sign around their neck that says, make me feel special, because you have no idea what they're going through. Most people don't. And so that is another thing I take with me is I really try and take a good attitude. And everybody tells me like, oh, you're so happy every time I see you, even when I'm not. I walk in, oh my gosh, hey! Because here's the thing, I cannot do like just surface chat. I need to connect with somebody. If I'm in their house, I need to know their life story like ASAP.
I mean, they don't have to tell me, but I'll ask them questions. That's something that usually gets people super nervous. And just like Crystal, I have 3 perfect questions. So are you in school? Are you married? What do you do for work? You know, just like getting to know them, and then, oh, I can somehow find a common interest with them at some point. So just having that good attitude really does like make a difference. So that's it. Any questions on anything? Any tips? Does anybody else have any tips? Like Tiffany, do you have any tips that keep you from not stressing before an appointment to keep you kind of organized?
Let me see. Because I do pray before
Uh-huh.
I go.
She says she prays. If you just if you can't hear.
Yeah. Because that's like the key.
Yeah.
Pray.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
And the dog doesn't bite me.
Yeah, oh my god. When the dog pops out the fence, like it's like, oh my god, like I scream because I don't expect it when someone's barking at me. Another thing I do when I come home, it's really hard, but sometimes I'll either sit in the driveway, because when I leave, I'm quick. Like, I don't care if I organize it or not, it's all going in the bag. So when I sit in the car after I leave, I make sure everything's kind of neat. And when I come home, I either take it out of my car and put it all back in its place and just take that extra time. If you have kids, I know it's really hard because when you come home, they want you. Like, they want you, and you need to be able to go in and be present. But, or family or whoever, but just take that time or leave it in your car. I've actually been leaving a lot of stuff in my car. The only time I take it out is to go grocery shopping. That's like once a week. But of course, I don't have little kids anymore to where they need strollers and things like that. I don't have that. And if you don't have an SUV, your trunk will fit this stuff, or your back seat. Like, this business is about having joy and feeling happy and making others feel happy. There's no reason for you to be constantly stressed. And when you're in that place, you need to find your joys and quit. Don't quit. That's not God telling you to quit. He didn't tell you to start so he could tell you to quit. Okay? And I just came up with this quote, which is really cool. And it was like, being busy is not unique. It's how you deal with being busy that's unique. Because everybody's busy and everybody can use that as an excuse to not, yeah. Okay, that's okay. I just didn't want you to forget your thought. Everybody can use that as an excuse to not work their business. I get it all the time. I'm busy, I'm this, I'm that. And I just sometimes get so frustrated because I want to be like, here's my life. Tell me that I shouldn't work every day. You know, like, if I can do it, you can do it. But it really is up to the person. And yeah, so it's just how you deal with busy. What were you going to say?
So, it is something else that I do.
Okay.
Affirmations. So before I walk in, there's like this little affirmation thing you can say. So I normally read that, but in so many words, it just says like, I am confident, I am a master book, I am a master seller, I'm a master consultant. So that way, when I walk in, I've already hyped myself up.
Yes.
So I'm expecting to walk out with the sale, with the new team member. Like I walk in with an expectation.
Yes, that was brilliant. She was saying she does affirmations about herself, like positive ones. And that is true. I've been doing the Miracle Morning, and I want everybody to do it. It's so amazing. And I do that every day, and I feel so good. And when I skip it, I feel like I gained 20 pounds. Like, I feel awful when I don't do it. So, anyways, thank you so much. That's our meeting. Next week, we're going to, yay! Let's do it! Next week we're going to be talking about how I set up the skincare class and how I go through it. And depending on how much time we have, I may go through like a close and we do role play. And so if you have questions about things like that, let me know. We're going to try and cover everything in that little time frame. And we do have facials and stuff next week too. I'll be back on Monday. I'm going to be at retreat. So if you have a new team member or potential team member, you can do the share yourself. You can do it. And I'll get back to everyone. I literally won't have reception. Otherwise, I'd be on the phone the whole time with you guys. But I won't have reception where I'm going. So anyways, happy Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you guys for coming. It was awesome. Yay!